Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam yasha Allah, koholoyimla, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakha HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us his beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. Jachana Nawaf just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And let me just start by getting this, and I'll go off into pretty much what happened, because it's a situation where I was at the store yesterday, and I'll just get off into it. Let me just get this real quick. First Timothy chapter 2, verse 11, it says, "Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." And see, we're living in a country, we're living in a system, with the so-called white man system, where the woman can usurp authority over the man. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? So I had a situation yesterday. I was at the store and I'm standing in line, just waiting to purchase my stuff. Of course, it's a whole bunch of, it's like, how many girls? It's 3 women and 1 guy. And they, they're younger. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at the cashier attendant like, shit, you probably should be asking them for ID, because I remember that particular store, they had their liquor license taken away from them for about a year or so. You know what I'm saying? Because they was, had sold to some minors, and they looked like some minors, as far as the legal alcohol limit or whatever. So, I'm just standing there waiting to purchase my stuff. They asking about this, they asking about that, well, what about, they didn't have no courtesy for other people in the line. They just, Jake just don't think like that. They're just brute beasts. When you don't have these scriptures, you don't have this word within you, you don't have the Holy Spirit dealing with you, man, you're just brute beast, man. And, but it takes that calmness. That's what the Lord gives to us. He gives us calmness. He gives us patience, temperance. The scriptures talks about that virtue, adding to, what is that? 2 Peter. Let me come back to this real quick. Anyway, 2 Peter, chapter is that? It might be chapter 3. Let me see here. Salakia. Well, no, Salakia, let me just get it here like this. Yeah, it was 2 Peter chapter 1, Salakia. I know it was 2 Peter. But anyway, the scriptures talks about, let's start at verse 3 here. It says, "According as the divine power hath given unto us all things that pertaineth unto life and godliness, through the knowledge of him that hath called us to glory and virtue, whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. And besides this giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue." See, that's something that we're supposed to do. "And to virtue knowledge." See? "And to knowledge temperance, which is self-control. And to temperance patience. And to patience godliness. And to godliness brotherly kindness. And brotherly kindness charity." So, that's why I was able to just chill. I'm sitting there, And then, she turned the other 2 ladies, because they're arguing about something. I think it was a birthday party or something that they was trying to attend. I'm not sure if it was one of their birthdays or whatever, but, everybody got off in there. It was no togetherness. I'm getting my own. And the guy, he's the only one there with some reasoning. He looked like he could have been about 20, 18, 19, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because he even said, "Damn, y'all old enough to buy, because they look young. I don't think they was old enough to get what they was getting." So anyway, he was the only, he was standing there. He was like, "Well, damn, what y'all doing? That's stupid. Why y'all all buying separate stuff? We all going somewhere together. Let's put in together to get what we gonna get." He was like, "Oh man, y'all stupid. Go ahead, do y'all thing. Whatever." Because he was kind of, I could tell he was a little bit, upset about it. But he moved on, grabbed his stuff that he was gonna get. Like, fuck it, y'all do what y'all gonna do. Because I can tell that he was kind of, he kind of knew what was up. Like, man, ain't no use in me trying to reason with him. So I'm standing there in the line, and the one chick that's standing there, that stuck around. The other 2 girls got what they was getting on the dolo. He's still in there. I guess the one little chick was his woman, You know what I'm saying? She turns around and looks at me. Why you looking at me? Like, you spun all the way around to say, why am I It kind of threw me for a loop. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking? What? I had to look back, like, because there was another guy behind me on the other end, playing scratch. He was buying lottery tickets. He was scratching them off right at the counter. He wasn't even going through the game. You know how you just scratch the barcode, and he was just putting the barcode underneath the scanner to see if he had won. He ain't had no time, so he was obviously trying to get him some quick money or something. So I'm thinking maybe she talking to him, and she telling the guy, and he looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? So I tell her, nah, hey, look, I'm not, but I boldly told her too, because she kind of had me a little pissed, but I boldly told her, like, hey, look, ain't nobody looking at you, man. The guy, he was like, man, look, bro, don't trip, man. Don't worry about her, man. Because from the way he was looking, I could tell that this is something that he deals with on a day-to-day basis with her. But what came across my mind was this Eve in the garden, man, and how Eve has gotten us destroyed as a people, because it just flowed through my mind real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's plenty of men that's in the grave and plenty of men that are in prison. It could have went either way with that had he not been, because I wasn't going to let him touch me, had he got rowdy. And, he wasn't even, I could tell, I know they weren't from our side of the city because they said it was from the east. I'm like, yeah, that's some east side shit. But that's niggas everywhere you go, man. And especially the nigga woman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, I'm looking like, he was like, bro, don't worry about that, man. My bad, whatever, man. That, because he know. I could tell that this is something that he deals with on a regular basis with her. And I wanted to tell him so bad, like, bro, you need to get the fuck away from her. If you haven't had sex with her, if y'all just meeting and you just knowing her for a little while, you need to get the fuck away from her. Because she could get you killed. Because this nigga's out here dying in the city where I'm at, man, for nothing. Little to nothing. But I seen how she was trying to put us against each other. Just standing there like, you with your man, you would turn around and talk to me? Like, why don't you respect your man, first off? You know what I'm saying? Why, even if you thought I was looking at you, which I wasn't, because I don't do no shit like that. I see a man with a woman, hey, fuck, no, I don't care. I don't know if that's your brother, your uncle, your husband, your whatever. If you were with a guy, your son, whatever, I'm not checking out no woman like that. So, because like I said, it kind of threw me for a loop. I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? So I just stood there. I'm still standing there, proud with a damn smile on my face because I wasn't going to let her bother me. But, I could tell that the guy, he kind of deals, and she like, yeah, she's just nagging the nigga. I'm like, oh, yeah, you go ahead with that. You know what I'm saying? But it dawned on me, like, this is Eve, man, and how she tried to put us against each other. That was a damn demon, and I could see it. Because last week at camp, because you know what, I actually prayed to the Lord to help me discern spirits and stuff like that. So maybe it's happening. But I seen the demon on her, man. I seen the spirit on her. I seen that demonic ass spirit of discord, that demonic ass spirit of, wanting to put me and this guy against each other, man. And it was like that last week at camp with another lady that walked up on the camp, and I could see it. She had the same type of kind of stare. It was the same type of look. You see what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to just do this quick lesson to let you brothers know, hey, man, be careful when you're out in public. When chicks, I don't even deal with them. I got a motto, for real. I got a motto. And I know people, they find it to be, oh, that's so bold. Why would you? Yeah, right. But I got a motto, man. When I go out in public, it's two sets of people I'm trying to avoid. The nigga woman and the so-called white people, man. That's it. I try my hardest to avoid them when I'm out in public. I go and I try and shop, do what I'm going to do, get my stuff, and I'm back at the crib. I don't want to do no hanging out, no any of that. You see what I'm saying? Because that nigga woman will get your ass shot, killed, stabbed, tortured, thrown into a trunk. And a lot of the times when you see shit on the news and it's in a fucked up graphic way, it's generally the nigga woman that's got something to do with it, man. So be careful. Just smooth. Hey, you don't have to be no sucker. But just smooth it over. And the crazy part about it was, she's standing there. She dropped money on the ground. And I'm looking at the money on the ground. At that point, after she got all smart and said all the shit that she said, I ain't even say nothing at first. And then it was like, the spirit was like, go ahead and tell her that she dropped her money. So I said, you dropped some money. Now she's looking crazy as hell. You see what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, that kind of reminded me of that scripture. As it goes off into coals. Yeah, this is it right here, I think. Proverbs 25. She like, thank you. Like, bitch, you just tried to get me killed. I ain't even say you're welcome. Didn't even acknowledge her or none of that. You know, I was just like, you drop some money. Because I was going to let the shit stay on the floor. Now, had I been a real nigga, I could have let it stay on the floor and not said anything. You know what I'm saying? And just went on and swooped her shit up and paid for what I was getting with her money. But nah, you know what I'm saying? I want, you know, that integrity kicked in. You know what I'm saying? The Lord like, hey, have integrity. And that'll, you know, heap them coals upon her damn head. But anyway, it says, verse 21, let me start there. Proverbs 25 and 21. If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat. And if he be thirsty, give him water to drink. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward thee. See that? So, hey, I might get a reward out of this, man. You know, not that I'm looking for one like that, but you know what I'm saying? But you know, hey, I could have just let the money stay on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And just let her walk on out the store because she didn't know that she dropped it. Because I sat there for a second, like, you know, and then, like I said, the spirit kicked in on me, like, tell her that she dropped some money. And you drop your money. Now she looking stupid as hell because you was just trying to put your man on me, you know, to try and, you know, basically get me beat up or whatever. You see, he looking at you. See him? The dude like, man, what the fuck is you talking about? You know, he even like, what are you talking about? You spin all the way around in a three. That's how I know. And another thing too, these people, see these demons, these, hey, they know. Cause see, it might have not even been me that was, cause I wasn't looking at her. My spirit was probably eyeballing your spirit down. Or your spirit was eyeballing my spirit down. So don't think that, because this is a spiritual thing, man. We're, you know, that's why the scriptures talks about, principalities. For warfare is not carnal. Where is it at? Let me just slide. Yeah, man, because they can see those spirits, man. Trust me. Don't think they can't see. Oh yeah, that's Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. See? So don't think that when you're out in public, the spirits are clashing. The flesh is against the spirit, man. Because most people that you come across, they're in a carnal state. They're brute beasts. They're capable of anything. And see, we're in the spirit. And don't think that they don't see that difference. See, you got Satan. He's going to try and tempt you, man. He's going to try and come and get you outside of your force field, so to speak. I like how the brother, I can't think of the brother that done the lesson, but he done the lesson talking about staying inside your force field. Because when you're in the spiritual, in your force field, you got your force field around you. But if you allow somebody to get you outside of the spirit, then you step outside of your force field and now you're vulnerable. You see what I'm saying? And that was a great analogy, the way that brother had put that, man. But let me also go back to that First Timothy that I was into. I want to finish that up. Just like I said, Esau, he has made it to the point where now women can usurp authority over us, man. And let me start back at verse 11. It says, 1 Timothy 2 and 11, let the women learn in silence with all subjection. See, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. See, she was usurping authority over her man. She wasn't silent. And then you out at night in a strange place. Don't know nothing. You on my side of town. You don't know what I'm capable of. That's the crazy part. But that's the way the women think, man. They don't. And then, you know, she couldn't have been no more than about 4'9". You know, probably 100 pounds at best. And I'm thinking to myself, what, this bitch crazy. You know, it says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. But they acting like they was first formed and then us. It says Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. See that? See, that's the point that I wanted to get. Adam wasn't deceived. She was. She came back to Adam with the bullshit. And Adam fell for it. So see, yeah, man, when it comes straight down to, hey, man, you got to check your woman, man. And he didn't do that. He didn't check her. He didn't say, he just told me, man, don't worry about it, man. Just being like, you should have checked her ass. Like, why are you talking to that man? Leave that man alone. Get your ass over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Because she could have really got, she was really, I could see it. She definitely was trying to put us against each other, just like that. That was a demon, man. That was a damn spirit. He was calm. I was calm. And then after it didn't work, she was still egging that shit on. Look at him. I kept hearing him like, something wrong with your ass? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Something that within minutes, all you had to do was just even if I was looking at you, even if I was, all you had to do was, oh, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you could have took it as you were an attractive woman and everybody looks at me because that's the way she acted. And she was the least attractive of the whole group. That was the crazy part. She was the least attractive out of the girls that she was with. So who knows, man? Maybe she just wanted some attention, but I can tell she was trying to garner some attention from her man. I'm thinking like, bro, that's not the type of chick you want to be with. I wouldn't dare go out in public with that motherfucker. Fuck that. I wouldn't, no. And that's another thing too. Hey, if you know you around people, man, that can get you in shit like that, don't hang with them, man. Don't go out in public with people like that, man. I had a friend like that one time. I had to just get rid of that nigga, man. Like, you know what, bro? We can't hang no more. Because every single where we went, it was something with him. Like, bro, why don't you calm the fuck down? Why because he was real bitch-like. He was acting like, dude, why every time we go somewhere, we about to get into some shit? I ain't never, because I ain't never into nothing like that. Everywhere I've ever been, I can interact with people, be cool with people, hey, and talk and have fun and have a good time. This motherfucker, man, he was everywhere we went. I was like, you know what? Nah, bro, I gotta. that came to a halt one night. I was in we was in the car driving from somewhere, and I was driving, and we got pulled over by the police. Well, I get an officer, my license and registration, proof of insurance, all this shit. Officer is asking him for his ID. He just went to bitching. I'm like, bro, just get a man the ID. We ain't done shit. He gon', if I get a ticket, I get a ticket. I pay for that motherfucker. But man, come on, man. You escalating the situation. I'm like, man, that's when I had to draw the line. I had to kill that. I had to kill that. Had to kill that. And that comes from the way that a lot of parents be raising kids, man. And some of them just whatever, man. Anyway, but don't be hanging with people like that because they can get you fucked up. Because that chick, she could have got him fucked up. Well, I could have got fucked up. Either way, over some bullshit. Some real simple shit, man. That's why, when you come into this truth, you learn to be patient, man. You learn to be slow to anger. Because I know back in the days, if she had caught me before this truth, I probably would have slapped her ass, man. Or I know for a fact I would have cussed her ass out real cold. I'd have been calling her all kinds of bitches, hoes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? and then I know that probably would have escalated things with her man. Like, oh, man, because, a man, he's going to act as if he's got to protect his woman. But I'm thinking to myself, like, you talking to a complete stranger in the store with your man standing right there. Like, I don't get that. That's not cool. That's very disrespectful to your man. How would you know that I'm looking at you if you're not looking at me? And then I'm thinking to myself, like, she turned around. She was facing a whole different direction. She turned around and said, what you looking at me for? I'm thinking like, well, shit, maybe she talking to this other guy behind me. Anyway, though, but that just showed me the mindset of Eve, man, how Eve, the so-called nigga woman, can get you blown away out here, man. So you brothers be careful, man, out here. It's hot girl summer, too. Anyway, with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala.